What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. It is Saturday over here. Hope you guys are having a great weekend so far. Today, we do have Bitcoin right underneath 28K. This could mean quite a bit of things for the crypto markets as well as including the altcoins, right? If Bitcoin continues higher and reclaims this 28K zone, it's going to look a lot more bullish for the altcoins, at least in the short term. However, if it gets rejected by the zone right here, things may not be looking as good for the altcoins, okay? It could be dragged down by Bitcoin here, down to about the next level of support that I'm really seeing is going to be about that 25K area again. So very important to be paying attention to Bitcoin right now. Now, the main topic of this post is about MOVR, Moonriver. We're going to see what's going on in this market, what has changed since the last time we have talked about it. It is literally breaking out right now, in my opinion, as I'm talking about this. But, you know, my thumbnail, I made that an hour or two earlier, so I'm not going to adjust my thumbnail, but it is looking like it's moving right now, breaking out of a pattern that I've been talking about. So let's see what is going on with this market. Some upside and downside price targets for MOVR, as well as some key price levels to be paying attention to in order for this price action to go either direction. I'm going to be sharing with you guys my personal sentiment and opinions on this overall crypto markets as a whole later in this video, so make sure to be staying around for that. Of course, none of what I'm saying here is financial advice. It's purely my opinions and speculations. I could very well be wrong. I am not a financial advisor, nor am I an elite trader of any sort, even though I am a profitable trader who's been able to keep most of my profits during the last bear market. And I'm looking to crush it here for the next bull cycle. So if you guys feel the same way, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Let's get right into the charts here. All right, so like I said, this price action here does look like it's trying to break out. It did have the breach of this. It did try to break this upper trend line here, as I've covered for the past few posts on MOVR, right? You guys can look back in my channel. You guys can see what I'm talking about here. Now, this is the let's come to the 3-day time frame here, right? Where, okay, let's go to the weekly time frame. This is not adjusted to scale. The weekly time frame here, it's just easier to see here, right? Even though if we don't have 3 candle wicks touching on the bottom trend line, it's just easier to see. Now, what could be really happening here? Okay, so talked about this falling channel. Measure target is going to be about $10, just right above $10 area here. Okay, let's come down here to the daily time frame, where it does look like it's trying to break out, right? Because, you know, just according to this pattern that I have drawn, right, and it looks like we are getting quite a bit of movement here today. So it looks like it's trying to break this upper trend line. Let's see if this is successful, right? So let's come over here to even the 4-hour time frame. Okay, let's see what's happening here on this 4-hour time frame. It looks like, you know, so the the top trend line here is going to be a little subjective, right? Because it's so close, right? I need to see more of a solid break, even on a higher time frame here, because right now it's very close, right? If you guys actually just switch between the higher time frames down to the lower time frames, it's kind of subjective, right? On the weekly time frame, it doesn't really look like it's breaking, but if you come back down here to the daily time frame, it looks like it's breaking. So it's a little subjective at this time. So I am looking for more confirmation here, right? Let's come down here to the 4-hour time frame, right? Where I do see a cup and handle that could be forming, not completely formed yet, right? We do have, I'm gonna say, the handle portion of this pattern here, Okay, depends on how safe you guys want to look at it, right? If you want to look at it as, I think I'm just going to put it at $4.65 area here, because that's basically the top wick that at least I'm seeing here. You don't want to assume a breakout of this cup and handle and then immediately get rejected at about like 3% after the quote unquote breakout. So I am going to assume the $4.65 resistance here to be the neckline. So this could be a cup and handle that is still forming, not yet completed. Okay, so this is something to be keeping an eye out on, because this price action is very close to this upward trend line here. And the interpretation here is kind of open-ended, right? As you guys can see across just several time frames, it could look kind of different. Okay, so this is what I'm seeing. Let's take a look into some key price levels to be paying attention to in order for this coin to go upwards. Okay, so on this daily time frame here, daily 50 SMA is going to be your immediate resistance, $4.15 area, the gray line. You're gonna have your daily 200 SMA, that's at about $5.80 area, the orange line. You got your 3-day 21, as far as I can see it. Sometimes I hate TradingView for this because I can't automatically adjust the scale of this chart, right? So we have the 3-day 21 SMA at about the $4.25, $4.30 area. 3-day 50 SMA, about $5 area. Your 3-day 200 SMA is way out there at about $16 area. You guys can repeat the same exercise for the weekly and the monthly timeframes, or whatever timeframes you guys are interested in. You guys can also check past trading history from whatever timeframes you guys are interested in. I personally am most interested in the higher timeframes from the daily timeframe up. So you guys can do that for key resistances and supports, right? Let's take a look into some supports here, right? Your daily 21 SMA is going to be about $4 area. That looks like it's your immediate support as a moving average. That looks like it is your only moving average, major moving average that we'll consider. That's beneath the price action right now. Let's take a look into some past trading history here on this monthly time frame and see if we can find any key support that's underneath the price action. It looks like this price action right here is basically at the all-time low, or very close to the all-time low. I mean, I can't really read into this candle here from August 2021. It says we're basically there. So about, $4. I'm just gonna say about, $4. No, there's quite a bit of candles here on this weekly time frame. You guys can basically read this on your own. I'm not gonna try to dig into the candles. It looks like it's pretty hard to see, right? So look at this weekly time frame here, and you guys can basically, look at just past trading history here very recently for previous key support. Now, like I said, this is something to be keeping an eye out on, because it does look like it's trying to break this upper trend line. I think the breakout is pretty open for interpretation. So I think I would actually keep an eye out on the lower time frames here and see what type of pattern it's gonna be forming here. Right? Now, as this possible breakout develops, I will bring you guys an update if enough of you guys want to see more of MOVR. So make sure to like, comment, subscribe. If enough of you guys want to see it, I can bring you guys an update on this market. My overall sentiment on this overall crypto market as a whole is still bullish, but cautiously bullish, because like I said, Bitcoin at a decision point. If it reclaims 28K, that's going to look a lot better for the altcoins. If it gets rejected here, I would be prepared for some downside, right? But it is still, above that 24.7K area there, which is that huge bearish pattern on the weekly time frame that we are still staying away from. So that's basically what I'm seeing here. That's it for this post. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you guys on the next one.